Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning
to you. Thank you for accepting my invitation to have the interview with us on the education policy 2020, which is a topic of great interest to all the stakeholders of this country. And yourself being the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rishi Hood University, you are one among the top luminaries and higher education leadership in the country. And it is very interesting, and I was very interested to know your viewpoints on the new education policy 2020. Welcome, sir, to Dayanand Sagar University Research Cell, the initiative that we are taking to understand how this education policy is really going to pan out for the entire country. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Rupa. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, sir. So I want to really understand from you something which is on everybody's mind today is the fact that the new education policy, as it happens to have come out and created so much of good vibes in the sector. I think this is one of your first video interviews about the policy. You have written
yes.
And you are considered to be one of the great leaders of our education sector. So wanted to hear from you, what do you think are the salient points, the brief things, if anybody wanted to really know about it, apart from knowing that there is a policy which is out there?
I think, one of the things that we can certainly say about this policy is that this is sort of a 21st century model for education. Which this policy has brought out. I think for the first time, what we are seeing is a structural reform. So far, all educational policies were basically tinkering with the existing system. What this policy has done is, for the first time, it reorganizes the whole educational system from pre-school to universities, which has never been done. I think it's fair for us to say that this policy also deviates from the British system of education, which we continued to follow after independence. And that's an interesting way to look at it, is because when the British set up the universities in India, they had a very clear objective why they wanted universities. They wanted to train clerks and babus and managers to basically run the British Raj in India. So, for the first time, we have decided that let's go back to our roots and let's find strength and power from within our own heritage. So if you look at the policy, the way it has been structured, the things that they are talking about, from holistic education to experiential education to multidisciplinary approach to education, identifying each student as an individual and a unique person, I think it's all coming from the Gurukul system. People don't want to say openly, like I'm saying, that it is coming from the Gurukul system, but that's where it is coming. Gurukul system was based on a multidisciplinary approach to education. Students studied logic, they studied philosophy, they studied religion, they studied defense studies, science, astronomy, everything. Every student studied. In fact, there were you could not choose that you are going into arts, commerce, or science. Every student went through all subjects, and it used to be the teacher who used to decide whether they are ready to go out or they are not ready to go out. So there were no systems of failing students. Everybody learned at their own speed, and some who learned fast, they went out fast. Those who took more time, they continued to stay. So some of the things are being drawn from that, and I think that's a great thing, because what I see is that a lot of things that we are doing today, for example, we are trying to promote personality development. We are trying to promote holistic education and experiential education. I think these are all things that were already there in the Indian education system. And now what is happening is that the West has taken all these ideas, repackaged them, and then it is sent to us. So we feel that this is a new idea coming from the West, but actually it has gone full round and it has come back to us. So I think to some extent we are seeing a shift back to that, and which is good because the focus is on individual students and what they can do. But besides that, what we are also doing is that we are bringing a structural shift. No more 10+2. That's a shift in the structure of the system itself, and we are trying to integrate even preschool into the whole mainstream of education, which is the 5 that they have put, includes the preschool also, plus class 1 and 2. So even preschools are integrated into the mainstream of education system, which is a good because there can be more quality control now than it used to be before. Board exams, for example. Now there'll be board exams semester-wise, which is great because having an annual board exam, maybe once a student messes it up, it's done. He can't do anything. But in this way, if there are 2 exams, then probably he has an opportunity to recover and cover up, and we expect to see better results. Same kind of structural shift is happening even in the higher education system. All in curriculum, in pedagogy, in the multidisciplinary approach, everything is changing. I've always advocated that general education should be the key driver of higher education. And we have to stop boxing students and isolating them, that you are an art student, you're a science student, you're a commerce student. I think what we are going to see from this policy is that students need to do language courses, they need to do mathematics, they need to do some science courses, and arts, music, everything will become part of the education system, Plus, they can continue to focus on their major area of study. So if somebody wants to study business management, they still need to do a lot of work in that area. So I'm looking at a structure which would say that, okay, for a 4-year undergraduate program, you're required to do about 200 credits of courses, out of which 140 credits will be your major courses, which are, let's say, management courses. The rest of the 60 credits have to come from different areas where there could be a lot of choices. For example, we could say that, okay, you need to do 8 credits of language, right? Now, the student has an opportunity to do 15, 20 different, choose from 15, 20 different. So he has a choice. They can choose the two courses that they want to do in language, which will be good. Or for example, let's say if we say that you need to do 12 credits of course in sciences. Now, there could be so many courses in sciences, 15, 20, 25 courses, and the student has the choice that he can make that these are the courses. So this is really a choice-based system. This is what it means. What this will also mean is that, and which is good, what they're doing is to create these multidisciplinary universities. Now, when you have multidisciplinary universities, students choose courses across different departments now. So if I have to take 2 courses in sciences, I would go to the Department of Sciences. Or if I have to take a course in law, I will go to the law school rather than anywhere else, because those courses in a multidisciplinary university, the courses are already being offered. It is only that now, along with students who are doing engineering, you would also have students who are doing commerce or who are doing management or who are doing dental education. Everybody is going to be part of that. So there is a better diversity within the class also. So I think these are some of the salient features